rubbing. Shout it, he'll pop on anybody. Shout it, don't care about rubbing your ass on camera. Nigga better ask about me. Nigga, I take your chain, bitch. Nigga, I take your main, bitch.
So this is pathetic. You know, I can't even watch this. You know, I should have watched this week. All right, let's move on to something else. I want to do some Theo Von. Theo Von is on my mind. I have lol cow stuff, so I have to, like, you know, take it easy with Theo.
These new
I can't watch it all, but you know, this is always exciting.
hoodies, the onward.
When I see somebody new. Now, this is Mark Normand, okay? He was on this past weekend, okay? Weekend with Theo
in
Von.
the merch shop.
And it's going to be exciting. Two jokers, chuckleheads.
These are my favorite template of
you know, clashing heads together. Now, this could be bloody. This could be a bloodbath.
from their notebook.
You know, when you have two legends connecting minds, comedic minds, they really want you to think that there's something special that's happening. You always have to remember, most of these comedians are just your shitty, funny friend. You know, in real life, you don't have to pay or even watch this shit, okay? It's a waste of time. So let's hop in. We got the Celsius. Look at this Celsius looking great.
Oh, bummed. I wanted to be there for.
Oh, Mark Normand coming in with a big mistake. Big Not a good look. I hate when people don't match. What are you doing, you fucking bitch? I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. You know, some people actually allow themselves to walk around wearing shoes that don't even match the clothes.
Kill Tony.
You know, we're in a different time now. Okay? You don't have to do this. You could throw them out, get a new pair. Or at least wear different clothes. So this is Mark Normand. He's a comedy guy. He's Joe Rogan's guy.
Yeah, my stepdad is sick, so I got to go see.
You know, a lot with him. Okay, he's one of those guys he'd be sitting around the table with Joe. Okay, giving him his sauce. It's him and you know, another comedian, Sam Morales. They created some type of whiskey. And they're really trying to, like, poison people, allegedly.
Jeez,
I know, I'm bummed. I wanted to be there for Kill Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing it?
Doing it with Kid Rock, so that'll be, I'm going to try to, I'm going to really zing him.
Wow, good stuff. You know, what do you get paid?
That's the
You know, I'm very curious. You know, the Kill Tony operation, is that just paid by...
Are you doing it?
Doing it with Kid Rock, so that'll be...
You know, is that just paid by fucking, you know, just clout? After it, do you just get, you know, go home?
I'm going to try to...
You know, is there a check given to you to do, like, you know, one of these Netflix things? Or is Kill Tony just collecting all the dollars?
I'm going to really zing him. That's the only way I can get to him, because if I do it at his house, he'll, you know, sick his security guards on me and call me the N-word.
Dude, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Dude, he has a dog.
Well, Ashley says they both have vocal fry. Says she hates Mark. Now, Mark and Theo are sitting on really hot mics. They have these things cranked.
That can say the N-word I saw.
You know, Theo Von's ready for the end, the big drop. This new drop. But like their mics are so cranked up, you can hear a lot. You actually can do this. I've never done this before. Upwards to the skies. That's risky business right there. Not even talking into the front. You know, taking a chance, speaking and, you know, hoping for the best.
Was it a what?
That scares the hell out of me. Hoping for the best with a mic. Really hoping it picks up. You'd never take a risk like that. Put it towards your lips. Please.
Black Lab, I hope?
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Shady says Theo needs a new leak. Now, Theo's probably leaked in his pants. Can you imagine Theo Von waking up every day, his bed covered in his new hair? You know, he had hair implants. His hair's covered in feathers. He got it from a turkey. Can you imagine that? That's crazy. Right? So, you know.
Yeah, dude. BLM.
Theo definitely gives off, like, toddler vibes. He has his hat backwards. I think that he's dressed. I don't think Theo Von dresses himself anymore. I think that his handlers go back now.
Dude.
I think that his handlers give him fashionable clothes to wear for every episode.
He has a dog.
He has something new, something fresh. You could tell it's no rinks allowed. Cleaner than the Dickens. New fit every day. He's got new hands. They bought him hands.
Say the N-word I saw.
Okay, they got him jeans. Theo Von, you know, he probably has to, like, you know, actually bend over for them to pull his underwear up, you know, when they're dressing him before the show. So he is very pathetic. I've always had a feeling that Theo Von's one of those guys that
I didn't know. Oh,
still doesn't know what's happening.
yeah. Dude, he has a dog that can say the N-word I saw.
my God. Yeah, his lips are red. Shady says, why are his lips so red? They both have a set of real pinkers right now. Fuck!
I'm going to let you know
Son of a bitch! Just restarted it.
it's not.
Their lips are very vibrant. Now, it could be just the color. You know, he has rosacea, I can tell, just from this. Like, I've never had natural rash face.
How could
No, I mean, Theo Vaughn's probably sick to his stomach trying to be like, how could you go out in public like that? You know, that's ridiculous.
getting up there that many people, they're going to be shook. How
Okay, look at Mark. Mark, blown away.
Yeah.
how could you have a good set?
That's insane. I mean, it's like losing your virginity to Pamela Anderson. Well, that's a dated. Who's the new hot lady?
Who is it now?
Oprah.
No,
I actually gotta sit here for once and learn comedy.
it's
No, apparently it's a learned thing, okay? Apparently you don't know comedy if you don't like it.
Rihanna. Who do the kids like? Sydney
So I'm sitting back. I thought I just exited off.
Sweeney. That's
Sydney
a good
Sweeney.
one. Look at the tits on.
Observing. Looking for, how do I get a better one? How do I increase my laughs?
Dickless.
By, stealing from these guys.
God. Oh,
Just kidding. This show sucks.
Wow.
Holy hachi machi.
she seems like a beautiful young lady, huh?
Very attractive.
She just got separated from her husband. I think.
Oh, hey, you're in.
That's slurp lord. I thought about sending her a message.
Wow, look at that. Theo Vaughn about to come in his, down his legs.
Separated.
Enjoy. He is over here. His eyes. When Theo thinks about a couple sets of tater tots, jonks, the big ones, the big circles,
From her husband.
Cancun's Wampas. I mean, everything you could think of could be the name of two of them fun bags, okay? And Theo's eyes are glowing up. He's a sex guy. All he can think about is, like, the next one, okay? Theo Vaughn is, he's been known to go to the bathroom, during, anything for extended time.
Oh, hey.
So he's glowing right now. Just Mark Norman said, hey, you should hit her up. Theo's
Hey, you're in.
That's slurp lord.
doing that exactly. I wouldn't be shocked how many, inboxes Theo's been crawling.
thought about sending her a
He's like, have you heard of me? Have you heard of me? I have a wooden panel with my name.
message, but I don't know what I would
I'm this past weekend's Theo Vaughn.
say.
Is that how he introduces himself? Is that the best thing you got, Mark? Get out of my fucking face! I'm just kidding.
Hey, say nice yams, bitch.
Oh, yeah, that's true, dude.
I think she wants that. No one talks to her like that anymore, so it'd probably turn her on.
You think? Oh, I'll definitely say something about that vegetation.
Yeah, she got some crop circles.
Oh, yeah, brother. Gang, dude.
Is that the ex? That guy looks like a ugly me.
My God.
Oh man, I feel
Dude.
great.
My phone. What happened? It traveled. My phone just ran away.
Yeah, that guy
All right, so what's going on here? This is bullshit.
definitely.
A lot of sipping. Too many. Why so much drink? Obviously, this is here for ad. Never will be opened. If it is, don't trust it. Look at the way he picks it
Really
up to see if it's
fumbled,
empty.
Breast.
But once again, we cluttered it up. Why? Why would you even need this? Never in my days would I I'm blocking it. Never in my days would I need that much water for a podcast.
Right? Yeah, I mean, look.
This is only like 10 minutes. How long is it? Hour and 46? This is like a walk in the park. You don't need that much liquid.
He looks like an Uber driver.
Yeah,
I don't know why, like, these people that have the ability to create all this crap, this illusion of a set, Theo's set, or any of these podcast set, why do they always allow the cups?
dude, it would
Put the fucking cups up. Enough.
take you 70
There's no coasters. Everything's just not a good look.
minutes to get her bra on, I think.
Yeah, that's a lot to compact in there.
Oh, you would have to have a buddy. It would almost have to be like two of those guys doing that slingshot thing or whatever.
I think so.
Oh, Reykjavik.
Oh, look at this right here. We'll be looking at tickets.
The Willing Wall, it should have at least 2 ATMs at it. I can't even believe.
So what really even happens on this show? I think Theo Vaughn just runs it. Isn't that what it is? A pondering
Like
show.
a panel with jokes and zingers, and that's gonna be weird. Just making fun of.
And it would be very hard. Mark Norman has always come across as like somebody that's like really actually has retardation.
These poor open micers in front of 20,000.
And just watching him try to like handle, a podcast with legends like Theo
people.
is making me sick.
And imagine them getting up there, that many people. They're going to be shook. How could you have a good set?
That's insane. I mean, it's like losing your virginity to Pamela Anderson. Well, that's a dated. Who's the new hot lady?
He doesn't know. He does know. Sydney Sweeney.
Who is it now?
Oprah.
No, it's
Give me Rihanna.
We've already
Hey, so
seen
when a gay
it,
guy's
Skip.
like, "Hey, cutie," or whatever, and you're like, "Hey, this is pretty good."
Yeah. Well, because it's replacing the old thing. It's like you still want the affection.
Right.
And now it's like a lot of us didn't even have dads. So it's like they're kind of coming at you with that combo meal.
Oh, you get the male attention and flirty.
I don't know what's happening. You know, I thought this would be fun. Every time it goes to Mark, I'm lost.
Thing that not one
No, not even one word is making sense, Theo.
mainstream network guy was like, hey, this seems kind of fucked up.
Is that right? I thought people were talking. I guess it's.
That's pathetic. All right, let's go to something else. You know, Theo's always got a good crew. Andrew Schultz showed up. Look at this. Oh, my God. Morgan Wallen.
I have some tour dates.
Legends Morgan Wallen. He only had an hour and 11. It wasn't even in his office for sure. Oh, it is. Oh, or is it not? Where did he host this show? Oh,
Down as well, but
this is Morgan Wallen. I thought he was black. I don't know why.
I'm trying to get them to move
Maybe I was wrong. I guess I was wrong. I was really wrong.
here, so.
Oh, you are?
So this is a country guy. Theo's took his hat off to look extra like he means business. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on that. That's been going on for the last few weeks now, so we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, your dad's
And it seems like, you know, Theo Vaughn kind of is the only one in like the comedy atmosphere that actually wrangles different, you know, more, not different, but, you know, more popular guests. You know, I wonder how they feel about this
so
afterwards.
funny, dude.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's unreal. Dude, because we went on, we went with, is it Morgan Wallen, the foundation, Morgan Wallen Foundation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up there to Greenville.
You know, and Morgan looks like he's ready to rush through this. That's why it's only an hour and
Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
during the flood.
You know, just the way he's talking, he's speeding through this. You know, if anybody's saying anything, if anybody's saying yeah, anytime
Foundation.
to me, I already know. I'm walking away.
Morgan Wallen Foundation?
You don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up there to Greenville area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
during the flood stuff.
Yeah, during Hurricane Helene. Yeah.
You know, and this is what we're dealing with. He's right into the microphone. We still can't understand country music's Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
And your dad came, and it was awesome, man. They had the food truck. They had, they were doing food drives, and I met some people up there. We went and visited the houses and stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on, go back. You know, the only reason I kind of like cover anybody on this show is just to find the most pathetic, petty things. Okay, to get into.
I met
Hello, Marilyn.
some people up there. We went and
You know, the way Theo's talking right now, he's got a mouthful of pills he hasn't swallowed yet. His tongue almost
Visited
sounds like it's numb. Look, he talks like a baby right now.
they were doing food drives, and I met some people up there. We went and visited the houses and stuff. That was awesome.
What the fuck was that? I've never even talked like that in my life. That's goo goo gaga talk.
Drives, and I met some people up there. We went and visited the houses and stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah. That was a
You don't really look excited. You know, he's talking about a project Morgan Wallen created. Okay, it's called Building a House for Those in Need.
cool day, man.
It was good.
I wish we.
I don't know. He doesn't really seem very happy with his deeds he's done in this
Houses
world.
and stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, country music, the lifestyle could really bring you down.
That was a cool day, man.
It was good.
I wish we did stuff more like that more often. You know, I guess we could, but
Well, I think that's why. I mean, you have a foundation that can do it when you're not able to do it.
for sure,
But yeah, I agree with you. It feels like
it feels good to actually get out and do it yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It can
Wow. And what are you going to say? Look at him.
it can be a little stressful. You know, you gotta keep it timed up right to where you're not sticking around in one place too long and all that.
Okay, so he's talking about how he only worked for about 5 minutes and made the other peasants do the job.
Stuff. You know, you gotta be.
You know, Morgan Wallen's a celebrity, so he could be killed with some type of like country music gun.
A little.
You know, what are the guys in the South like? You know, I came from Kentucky. You know, most of my friends just had all the guns.
Tack.
There wasn't like a specific one that was their genre.
Full about it, but it's good.
Yeah. And Tony Vitello, is that his name? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
Vitello,
He
yeah.
came out. He's the best.
Yeah, he's cool too, man.
Dude, he's cool.
He always helps with stuff involving our foundation, and we stay in touch on a regular basis.
Good stuff. So let's go about right here. Let's see his demeanor.
It's a
No, we're actually using the hoodie pocket. It's not very big. What are we wearing? What is this hoodie? Can anybody ID this designer piece right here? You know, it looks a lot like Rude. Okay, it's got that Rude stringway. You know, the longer strings. You know, designers think that the greatest thing to do with anything they have is put a longer, way too long of a string. Effective Mushroom says, "Okay, I'm just too high to type anymore. Good night, ladies.
It's a
Good luck."
tricky, you know, it's always tricky getting stuff like that to happen, but we're working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
Wow. So let's get into a nice little bump. What
I was
happens
talking
here?
to Charlie Handsome the other night. Dude, that guy's, bro, him and Marissa, is that his Marissa?
Yeah, Marissa, yeah.
Bro, they're
What are you doing over here? Look at this. Look how bored Theo's guest is. Okay, he's over here rubbing dust off the table.
guys, bro, him and Marissa, is that his Marissa?
Yeah, Marissa, yeah.
See that? Cleaning up for him. He's like, what is this? It's sticky. Now, Theo's office might be covered in cobwebs. You know, I don't know who comes in here and rearranges, cleans. It's probably not done often. You know, it's actually in Theo's, I don't know, it's somewhere in his house. Oh, shit. And, you know, I doubt he has anybody come up here and, you know, kind of get it together. You know, Morgan Wallen comes in thinking that this is going to be like, you know, extravaganza. Comedy's legend, Theo.
Oh, they're
He's coming into a dusty factory and he has to look at that. What the fuck? And I hate how much bang. Look at that is so much bangs. Look at all those bangs. You know, I don't even know where the fuck his forehead is. It's a drench. I think he's drenched with warmth right now, his forehead.
they're hilarious, bro.
They are hilarious.
She's so funny, dude.
No, you got to cut the hair. And this is like some type of piece of shit. You know, the movie Overboard, those little white trash kids. They all had this. The mullet is not in, or it is, but not like this.
They're hilarious.
Nobody likes this version. It stinks.
Bro.
They are hilarious.
She's so funny, dude. She
She kind of keeps him in check, I feel like.
they're the pairing, both of them, because he's kind of rough around the edges. Like, I don't, maybe that's not a crazy thing to say about him.
No, definitely not. I think he'd probably agree with that.
Yeah, he's just so real.
He's pretty blunt guy.
Yes.
Pretty blunt. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Which I've always loved that about him. You know, when he first got to town, I guess that was probably.
Okay, enough. I'm not into that. I knew a guy in high school like this. He had like some type of medieval armor on his finger. Really into that. This is really boring. I hate when people talk about celebrities they know.
Sports and stuff so much growing up, you know, like.
I want to know where you been. I hate these fucking shows. They never give us the details of like the secrets of Hollywood.
For me, I enjoy the camaraderie of making music with my buddies and doing all that stuff, you know. So I've always kind of enjoyed the help and the team aspect of that. But there's other areas in my life where I'm like you, where I'm like, I don't, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
No.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does Morgan know about Theo? Now, we know Theo's through, you know, just looking at him when he does any of these shows, he looks like he's reading off a script. There's no emotion.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, Theo's just running with it. His country accent is all people want to hear. He could have tears running down his face before the show. His audience wouldn't even know if he sounds the same.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
my
not.
fault.
It doesn't necessarily
So he's, you know, he's really, he's
permeate
he's one of our greatest actors, Theo.
throughout my entire life. It's just that one thing where I've been able to do that. So.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'll be sitting in the damn bottom of a hole. There'll be 1,000 people out there with rope, and I'll be like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll find one.
Yeah, I'll figure
There's
something.
one down here. There's one down here somewhere.
Look, what the fuck is that?
And they'll be up there.
What kind of face is that? Look at this.
Yeah, I'll figure
There's
something.
one down here. There's one down here somewhere.
No.
I don't know what the hell was happening there. This guy's spaced out. We might have Morgan Wallen,
Be up there, and they're like, just
They're
what
like,
the
this
hell?
dude's an idiot. Yeah.
you know, spiced out of his mind tonight.
Yeah, you're damn right I am, but I'm
Yeah, I'm proud of it too.
Yeah, then I'm proud of it. That's the best part. Is it tough in your life? I mean, dude, your music, it's just been such a wave that, like, I mean, you couldn't travel around town without
Oh,
seeing
here we go.
so.
Fit check right now. Morgan Wallen's wearing some stuff. Look at him. He's actually got some. These are nice. I don't know what they are. Carpenter pants. Designer carpenters. What
Bunch
the
of
fuck?
weight.
But look at these shoes. Theo's got puppet legs. They haven't moved the whole time. I think actually Theo is just standing inside this, like the movie The Muppets, okay? He's actually being controlled, okay? Robotics. You know, I haven't seen Theo's little country little boots. I haven't seen him even move once. They're still with time. But Morgan's looking like he's got some height, sitting like a thug. Look at these shoes right here, looking great. I love it. Fantastic. His outfit is splendid.
That, like, I mean, you couldn't travel around
I mean, I wouldn't wear it.
town with that.
I definitely wouldn't catch me wearing this. You know, diarrhea green.
Seeing every guy at a stoplight look like a Morgan Wallen, look like a hear your music every store. Like, are there moments for you where it's like, God, this guy's got it, don't it? Like, it's like where you become too much for you. Like, is that ever like, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Okay, and he's gonna try to make it make sense. Make it make sense. If it doesn't make dollars, Kevin Brennan said it doesn't make sense. All right, spread the word.
No, it does. It's still weird, and there's parts of that I don't like. I mean, I think anybody who has to deal with that, it's not ideal. You know, it's not ideal to go everywhere, and even if you don't get like,
and Theo's actually opening up. You know, a lot of these celebrity interviews, okay, they kind of stray away from like, what it's like dealing with the public.
bothered
I think that Theo Vaughn is every day people are knocking on his door. With some biscuits or something, man, trying to hook him up.
you were on edge the whole time because you thought you might. It's like
And Theo can't go anywhere.
there's just not a lot of there's things that you just don't do anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't do them anymore.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's why I've taken up hunting so much, I think, because I can.
Well, because he's ready to shoot anybody that comes near him, practicing his aim. So this is really gross. I'm not really into this show at all anymore. It's tough to watch. I can't. This makes me uncomfortable. The hands in the pocket. All right, let's move on.